who I ran into hitching out of Lander.
Yeah, I'm now a Sobo.
Yeah, and like the cars. So we got another half hitch. We're actually not at South Pass.
Not yet.
We're halfway there, but
Almost.
it's better than nothing. And get to catch up with an old friend.
Yeah,
So.
we're just crossing path now.
Yeah, but you're headed southbound.
Heading
Because you
southbound.
flipped up to Canadian border.
Yep, all the way down.
Oh my God. Bitch.
Yeah, Huck. Good to see you, man.
Right, this is where 287 splits. So does Stitch. And 28 south. That's what I got. That'll get me back to South Pass. South Pass. There's the trail ahead. Take me into the winds, I think officially begin now. So it's whoo! It's such a small world. I love those surprises. Running into such wonderful people out here. And my pride, I got a hitch out of there first. She was headed the other way and had a little less traffic, but good luck. Happy hiking, Stitch. And man, congrats. I think you're probably just about done with your triple crown. For me, back on the trail. Let's get rolling. Can't wait to get up into the trees. Those mountains there. Yeah, you know it. Wind River. Well, I guess the Wind River Range. So back in through there, I can see some puddles, pretty brown and muddy. And this was the first water source. So kind of as I expected, that one wasn't any good. About 3 more miles. Gets me to the next one though. So once you rise up out of the basin and you're coming into the foothills here of the winds, you start to get these rock formations that, man, I just love. They conjure Wyoming in my mind instantly when I see these. I'm sure they're all over at different places, but just like this isn't the best time of day because the sun's pretty much overhead, but man, there's these little pokes of the... Yeah, look at this. For the first time in a long time, it's just a single track trail. Cutting around through the woods, across these sagey plains. Oh, it's good to be back. This is beautiful. This is my happy place, man. I love Wyoming. Look at this. Beautiful. This is Pine Creek, I guess. Says the map. And it's flowing along pretty nice. So, woo! Elk. Oh. The forest is too thick, but a couple of elk right over there. So you can see why the elk love it in here. Because it's just, I mean, there's little tangles and such that they can hide in. There's little grassy meadows. Just a lot of good stuff for them. There's a lot of those clackety grasshoppers flitting about this time of year. This is, I think, the Sweetwater River. One of the branches. I think I crossed it a while back. Not today, but yeah, I think this is probably the way. Yeah, I just got to find the trail. Huh. All right, and back on the trail. We got the little Sweetwater River here, and it's flowing real nice, and it has a nice little bridge. And it's getting late in the afternoon now. It's probably like 6 or something. So I'm gonna water up here, kind of check my maps, and I don't know, just get an idea what's ahead. But oh, beautiful, right? As long as that bottom end is lower, it'll fill up that bag real nice, just with the current. Found a beautiful little spot here. This is, it's just off the trail, maybe 1/10 of a mile. Looks pretty good to me, so. And I think it's about 15 miles or so, maybe 16 miles for the day. So not the greatest, but man, I didn't get out of town. It took 2 or 3 hours total to get back to the trail. So this will do nicely. Here's a couple quick tips. Setting up the single wall, single trekking pole style tents. Like the mid one from Hyperlight that I have. Six Moon Designs, the Lunar Solo. Tents like that, they all set up about the same. Some people have trouble in the beginning setting them up. Parts sag, and I found that in the very beginning is the most important part. So start by finding yourself a nice flat spot, picking off the rocks or whatever it is that you need, and laying your tent out. So I got a spot here, got it laid out, and first thing you want to do is stake the 4 corners down. Follow the lines of the tent. You can kind of see I have the line there, this one here. The other thing is too is don't have it staked out like super tight. It's got to be kind of loose for right now. You can see I got the line from there, this side as well, and this one. And that is really the key. So if you have it loose, it's most important, because when you put the trekking pole in and you raise it up, that's what's going to give you that bathtub floor. It'll just set up right. So there's a loop on the bottom. I just put the bottom of the pole through there, and I just pull it back and slide it under. What's nice with these tents is you can set them up in the pouring rain, and you don't have to worry about a fly or getting stuff wet. Just stand it up and take a look. So this one here, the Hyperlight, the door stakes out. I added an extra line, but we'll get to that. Put that in. Down pretty hard. And then tighten up the front corners first. So this one over here, snug that in. You can see. This is when you can kind of adjust it too if your lines are a little bit off. This one isn't quite perfect, but I think it will do. So snug that up. Over here, cinch that tight. Then we'll move around to the back. Pull that one. And this one here. And so you can see it is looking pretty good. So I'm going to drop a stake in that back loop. I guess the key is just stake it in, but keep the lines kind of loose. Because when you set it up, it'll allow it to raise, and it'll form a nice angle. So I might adjust this one a little bit, but you do that, and you got a solid tent. It's pretty easy. Yeah, the hard part is people just try and adjust it when it's kind of half wrong from the start, and it's really hard to get a right setup with that. So it's hard to see it, but there's this blue line here, and that is the one that I keep the tension on, and that really it takes the That's like the most important one. That's what's holding the pole up. And if you just use this one, you're putting a lot of tension on the door, and you can stress on the zipper some. That really wasn't the problem from the start with my first tent, the first mid one that I had this year, but it, I don't know, it's kind of set in my head. So this is the one that holds the weight that is tense. And this one, you just kind of snug it up just to hold the doors. And most of the time though, I just unhook them both, unzip it and roll them up and keep it nice and wide open because I like being outside. Home sweet home. There's some tips for you. I hope that helps. Honestly, after a while, you'll figure it out on your own, but just follow the lines, stake it out, keep it loose, and then put the pole in and then tense it all up properly. If you try and do it in a different order than that, it doesn't really work so well. Since we're in bear country, just a little bit shift in some of the daily operations, like never eat in your tent. Pick up a bear spray around Lander. I got one here. Nice fresh one. You're like me and you get up real early in the morning and you go off to the privy, let's say, or to go dig yourself a cat hole. Bring your bear spray, because like I've never run into them then, but in my head, that's when you're creeping through the woods. It's like kind of dark still. You're trying to be quiet, and yeah, I don't know. It just seems like that would be quite a surprise. So otherwise, you really don't fear the bears. I mean, they're beautiful creatures, and this is their home. So a couple precautions, I guess. Hang your food up in an earth sack or something like that. If you do have a bear can, coming over here, I want to show you. The bear cans are good because the bears can't get into them, but they can bounce them around for quite a while. So I usually just kind of wedge it in someplace. So here it's kind of in the edge of the corral. Some old Grizz wants to play with it. He can definitely wrestle it out of there and mess with it, but that'll keep my food safe so I can eat it, keep the bears from eating it. And once the bears start doing that, I think they end up getting killed before too long. So beautiful place, beautiful day. And I made it to my happy place. I made it to the winds, walking this time. I am so, so happy to be here. Yeah.